Yo, what's up, great people? African traveler again. Guys, I hope you guys saw our last video where this big man invested in some properties that we showcased. So, man, Fedi.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you don't know him, he's the fastest man in Africa.
Yeah. Soon to be the world.
Soon to be the world.
Yeah.
I like that confidence. About you're so confident.
Yeah, because I believe in myself. I believe in myself, and I believe it all begins in the mind. As long as you put yourself to say, I can go through this wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll go through it.
So, like, okay, did you, like, while in high school, did you believe, like, one day you become a runner, or you're doing something different?
No. In high school, I used to play rugby. My dream was to be a Kenya 7 star.
Oh, this
the Kenya 7 star. So because that's the sport that was really thriving in Kenya then.
Seven
I had the images of the legends all stuck on my walls. So I knew one day, that was my dream in my high school, because I used to play. I was a very good winger in high school.
Ulikuwa high school again?
Friend school Kamsinga.
Oh, Kamsinga. Kamu. Yeah.
So I used to play rugby in high school. But then Storia Sprint started when I joined University of Nairobi. I'm a student, a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry.
Man, like, wow.
Yeah.
You're so brilliant. It's not only you're not only a fast runner.
That's why I advise the youth.
Yeah.
As long as you have talent, you
Yeah.
put your education first. If you can get through high school fast, get those good grades, get a platform that will give you great opportunities. Education.
So education is key.
Education is
regardless
key.
of what you do, still keep education as important.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was your turning point while playing rugby?
So I joined the Mean Machine for the rugby club for University of Nairobi. There was Kenya Cup then. So Kenya Cup ilikuwa too hard, because these guys training nika game because level was different. So I decided to drop down. Nikaingia championship level, lower league. So tulikuwa tuna train pale Railways, and then one of the friends spotted me and said, "You're too fast. Try athletics." So I was like, why? I mean, I've never had sprinting in Kenya, but then he used to sprint before. So he changed, akaanza kucheza rugby. Anaitwa Collins Muller.
So for him, he was running before, he was
in sprints before, and then he switched and came to rugby. So he told me there's always sprinting, so try. So I said, let me try this. So when I downloaded the calendar of events for the 2016-2017 season, and then I went for my first event in Mumias, and that's how
everything changed.
Yeah.
The first one, I think you missed to go to was it World Champion or African?
Olympic Games. That was in 2016, the Rio
2016.
Olympics.
Yes.
The cut was 10:16, but at the trials I ran 10:37, which was still fast. It was good for me because that was my first year in athletics, and I'm running those fast times. I mean, it was fast in Kenya, so it was.
At that time, you still the fastest. The time was the fastest in the country.
Yeah, no. The national record then was 10.23.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 10.23. So I ran 10.37. So I was 0.1 second from the national record, and that was my first year, 6 months into the game. So I knew now this is going to be.
This is the thing.
Yeah, this is the thing I want to do. So that's how I just continued building and building. People saw me last year when I started breaking limits and started running the international times. But there was 5 years before that.
There was fucking man.
5 years.
You know, people see the success.
Yeah, people come to me and say, hata mimi naweza kimbia, naweza amka leo nikimbie nikwe Manyala, nikwe Star nini. It's not easy.
There's a journey.
It's a journey. I mean, 5 years of a lot of hard work, a lot of challenges, a lot of late nights, early mornings, consistent training. I don't remember any day that I missed my training unless I was sick.
So you train for, what is your training schedule?
Yeah, sprinting is tough. It's not like long distance. You can just wake up, do 30 km or 100 km like they say, and then go back home. You know, it's a sport that requires hours of training. So depending on the time of the season, off season is the time where you don't have any competitions, and mostly it's between September to December.
Yeah.
So that's no competition. You're building up towards the main season, where it begins mostly in February with the indoor games.
Yeah.
So during that time, I always do 9 hours a day.
9 hours?
9 hours.
This is training?
Yeah, that's training. Morning 3 hours, go for breakfast, mid-morning 3 hours, go for lunch, evening training 3 hours.
What?
Yeah, and that you do for 4 times a week. The other days, it's not like you're resting, you're doing 1 or 2 sessions.
Wow, this is a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job. So that's why I'm encouraging corporates to come in and support this, because for a sprinter to get to where I am now, they need really nice support. As in, you can't just do this alone.
Because it's also expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. Because imagine you're paying for the gym, because you have to hit the gym like 3 or 4 times a week, and then you have to go for physiotherapy because you're working your muscles out. You need to go for massages to repair for recovery. You need to do ice baths. All these are money. Because a session in Kenya, the cheapest session for physiotherapy is around 1,000 shillings per session. So imagine you're doing twice. That's like 2K.
And diet is not the kind.
Yeah, you have to eat. You can't
Healthy.
train that much and then you're not eating. Huwezi kama umechapa gym, umeenda track, umetoka track, umeenda another track session jioni, and then unaniambia utakula 1 meal a day. Utakufa bana.
Wow. But I never knew guys train that hard.
Yeah, it's really hard training because you have to mix gym, you have to mix hill running and running uphill. You have to do sled, that's resistance training. You have to do speed training, you have to do endurance training, and you have to do speed endurance training. So you can't do all this in one day. You have to spread them out through the week. Yeah. And you have to do repetitive so that your body can learn how to do this.
Wow, so right now your name is big. You know, I was telling you every day I go to news, Twitter, everywhere, like your name
there
keeps
must be something
popping up. Like, man, how are you loving the success?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, and it's just a reward of what we've been through before. So you see, last year it was God was preparing me for this because I was famous in the athletes fraternity, and then it kept growing. So now everybody knows who Omanyala is.
Exactly.
So I always say the main thing is to stay humble and just to stay grounded.
You're very humble.
Yeah, stay grounded and don't let this come and sway around because you know it's for some time. You want to be running forever, and if you have the pride because of what you're doing, what will happen when it's over? It's over. When it fades, you'll be going to people who will go na wadharau, and then pia watakudharau tu. So you have to just remain humble, do your thing. Mtu akitisha picha mpe, doesn't take more than 10 seconds or 30 seconds.
Target ni gani? Like what is your plan this year before it ends? Like in terms of what are you targeting to either win or break in terms of the time of minute? Yes.
This year targets because we've already done the Kipkeno Classic, which was in Nairobi, which I won with the 9.85. And then we went for the African Championships in Mauritius, which again I won. That was a target. That was.
It was a very
target.
Close. Wow.
Yeah, that was close.
Like you guys stay like 5 to 10 minutes.
3,000 of a second. Imagine 3,000 of a second was the win.
Like,
that separated the gold.
I think the judges had a crazy hard time.
It took like 10 minutes. We were just there waiting because you know, but it's computerized. So you see,
so you can't.
It's not. You can't tell with the eyes.
You even thought you had lost, right?
Yeah, at some point. So it was that close, but there's always computers. There's also a machine called photo finish. There's always a winner. There's always a winner, unless it's too tight that it can just give both the time because it's timed electronically, not hand timed. So that was the African Champs, and I came with 2 golds plus the 4x1, which was a really good achievement.
Yeah.
So going forward, we're having the World Championships in 15 days. Actually not 15 because we're running on 15th, so that's like
15th of
exactly 2 weeks.
July.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's like less than 15, 14
days.
days.
On
This is the second, yeah.
Wow, it's less than almost 1 week and some days.
Yeah. So that's the World Championship. That's the big one. That's what we've been training for all this season.
So going to the US?
Yeah, going to the US in Oregon. So my target there is to win because I had the world lead, but it was taken away from me. So we're going to regain that again. And my target is to run 9.6 seconds as we get closer to the world record.
Wow. Man, I wish you the best in that.
Thank you so much.
And the other thing I just wanted to know, you also have family?
Yeah, I have a family. I'm married to one wife. And I have a son called Quinton. He's 3 years old. So
does he know anything right now?
Yeah, he knows because every time I leave home, he says, "Daddy, anaenda kwa TV." So he understands, and every time he's asked, "What's your name?" he says, "Quinton Fino Manyala Jr." So he's
already
proud.
taken the blessing.
He's proud. Yeah, he's proud.
Wow, I'm really proud of you. So many
Thank
people come to you right now. All the there was a time somebody was asking for you, Huda. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you
take these challenges of life? Because as you say, people see the
Yeah, people see the success.
There's no the hustle.
They don't see the behind the success.
So how are you taking the success? What would you advise the youth?
So the main thing is to stay focused and to know what you're doing, so that you don't lose focus because of things happening around you. So just remain focused in what you're doing. Unless you want to be swayed around, remain focused, because that's not my thing. If I concentrate on that, then
you lose it.
Yeah, you lose it. That's not what I'm doing. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't pay my bills. So you just remain focused on the goal. And also, you know, people come and people go. So you can't never, for now, you can never judge who is the right person. So let me remain with the person who has been with me all this while.
She's been there for ages, supporting you, and your name was nowhere till right now. So to mention.
Thanks for being there. Laventa. Tuendelee unajua vitu zina happen, you know, like we never perfect. So abaki tu kwa vile amekuwa, yani.
Yes.
People will come, watu wataleta rumors, so people will come with vile Huda alikam. So ukipata ati unakuwa swayed away na vitu kama hizo. But she's been good. She knows how to handle. She knows how to handle that, and thanks to being a very good partner.
Amazing. Amazing. Man, wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Prayers.
We'll keep you in our prayers.
Thank
and especially for your good health and your good physique. Hiyo kitu lazima ulete home. Lazima dunia mzima sasa I'm sure saizi all the key players washajua kuna.
Obviously kiingia kwa field wanajua mazee.
I know there's nothing people fear like people you've never kimbia nao vile.
People fear
there's something new coming.
People fear something different.
Yes, exactly. So man, appreciate and thank you so much.
Asante sana.
All the best, guys. See you on the next one.